Animal League America frequently rescues pets that are not yet ready for adoption. Some of these pets may be too young, in need of special surgery, pregnant, or just in need of some tender love and care. We look to our foster care volunteers to take these pets in until they are ready to be placed up for adoption. The Animal League provides our foster parents with no-cost veterinary care for their foster pet and any food and supplies they may need. Our foster care parents find this to be a truly rewarding experience for both them and the animals they are helping to care for. The program is a great opportunity for those who cannot make the long-term commitment of adopting a pet but still want to help with our mission to rescue animals. In this next segment, we will talk to you more about our foster care program and we'll have you meet some of the special Muttigrees that are part of it.
Usually this is for a medical reason. Sometimes the animal needs a surgery or needs to be treated for a condition such as diabetes. Sometimes it's for socialization, for animals that just need a chance to learn how to be a dog or cat in a home. And sometimes it's for real little guys, like Peanut here, who just need a chance to grow up a little bit before we put them into their permanent adoption. We look for foster homes through our volunteers, employees, and anyone else who'd like to help out. Most of our foster parents are people who just want to help animals, but don't necessarily want to make the full commitment to adopt. We have foster parents here who take the animals into their homes overnight and keep them there as long as they need to get over whatever condition or socialization issue they have. We look for proper homes for each animal's individual needs. For example, for a little guy like Peanut here, we would like somebody who's home a lot because at his age he needs someone around at least every 3 or 4 hours. For animals that need socialization, such as puppy mill dogs, we'd prefer the animal to go to a home with another dog because they can greatly help that animal get over their fear and learn to trust people. Some of the animals we have very specific medical needs, such as needing daily injections or medical pills given to them. We need to have a foster parent who's able to give them their proper medication. For every foster pet that North Shore Animal League sends home, we provide every foster parent with all the things that they need. This includes food, toys, crates, litter pans, litter, medication. There is no cost to the foster parent for anything. For all medical appointments, the animals are brought back here and it's given to the foster parent totally for free. At the end of their foster care process, the animals are either adopted by their foster parent or brought back to the league to go up for adoption. Animals are selected to go to foster homes for a variety of different reasons. Usually this is for a medical reason. Two of the most common things that we have to place animals into foster homes for are orthopedic issues such as a broken or fractured limb or heart conditions. For animals like that, we need to make sure that the foster parent is able to give the animal everything they need. For example, a cat with a broken leg needs to have a foster parent who's willing to give them a little bit of tough love and keep them in a crate. Even though the cat might cry and want to play, the foster parent needs to understand that they need to let the cat stay in the cage so the leg can properly heal. For an animal with a heart condition, it's kind of very similar. They have to keep the animal calm and relaxed until they can have the necessary surgery to fix whatever problem they have with their heart. Some other animals go into foster care for reasons that aren't medical. North Shore Animal League rescues animals from puppy mills on a regular basis. A lot of these animals have a lot of socialization and fear issues. Some of these animals need more than just a little time at the shelter to get ready for adoption. We find foster parents who are able to take these animals and help them get over their fear. For example, we recently had a puppy mill dog named Nana, a 5-year-old Boston Terrier who was extremely fearful of people, new surroundings, and sounds. We placed her into a foster home with one of our most experienced foster parents who kept her for over a year. After the end of that year time, we felt Nana was finally able to go up for adoption. We had our web team put a story up about her, and we found her the perfect home, and Nana's been in her new home now for about 3 months and is doing great. Cats that have been in a shelter environment for a long time can get extremely stressed. The stress can not only have a negative effect on their behavior, but also on their health. One example of this is a cat we had here named Popsicle. Popsicle had been in the shelter here for almost 5 years. Unable to find a permanent adopter for her, we placed Popsicle into a foster home. She's been there for about 2 months now and is doing great. She used to have skin issues that are really clearing up. Most of that skin issue was mostly related to stress, but after 2 months in her foster home with one of our volunteers, her skin is looking much better, her digestion is better, and she's become a much more friendly and playful cat. Occasionally, we'll have animals that go into foster homes without the intention of being adopted permanently. These are very rare cases, but we do have some animals that just need to be a foster pet for the rest of their lives. One example of this is a dog we have named Roger. When Roger was brought to the league 3 years ago, it was discovered that he had a severe heart condition. Due to this heart condition, he could never undergo anesthesia or have any kind of excitement or play. We thought he only had about a year to live with his heart condition. Since going into his foster home, Roger's been doing great and is still doing great to this day. He's outlived all of our expectations and will remain in his foster home for the rest of his life. Another example are much older animals that aren't going to do well in a shelter environment. North Shore Animal League helped out victims of Hurricane Sandy. Some of these victims unfortunately lost their homes and weren't able to keep their pets. 2 pets that we received as a result of this were older Pekingese named PK and Coco. PK and Coco are both 16 years old, are very cranky and set in their ways. They were not going to do well in the shelter, so we found a permanent foster parent who's taking care of both of them and will keep them for the rest of their lives. Having been in their foster homes for about 3 weeks now, PK and Coco are doing great, have learned how to re-housebreak, and their medical issues are clearing up now that they're out of the stressful shelter environment. The busiest time of year for the foster care program is in the spring. This is for 2 reasons. The first reason being that Animal League has its biggest event of the year, our Pet Adopt-a-thon, where we try to get as many animals adopted in a 36-hour period as possible. Last year, in preparation for Adopt-a-thon, we placed many young puppies and kittens into foster homes so they could grow up and come back for the day of the big event. That month, we placed 91 animals into foster care, most of which came back for the Adopt-a-thon event and were adopted. The other reason that foster care is extremely busy in the spring and also into the summer is due to kitten season. This is the time of year when all of the outdoor stray cats start having kittens, and people start showing up bringing them to us. We wind up with lots of young kittens, sometimes as young as 2 or 3 days old, that after we care for them for a short time need somewhere to go until they're about 8 weeks and can go up for adoption. We find foster parents who are willing to take 1, 2, or even a whole litter of 6 or 7 kittens, sometimes even if we have the mother, and take the mother with them as well to nurse. Fostering an animal can be an extremely rewarding experience. Every day I'm talking to foster parents who are just so pleased to hear that an animal that they took care of is now doing well in their forever home. Part of the reason people like fostering is also that they're not just helping one animal. Here at North Shore Animal League, we are a no-kill shelter, which means that no animal is in danger of being euthanized. However, that is not the case for other animals across the country and other shelters. When a foster parent takes an animal from us that we can't put up for adoption right now, they are then opening a cage for us to help at least 1 more animal. For every foster pet you take, you're saving 2 lives, and often many more, as we can use that cage to adopt out 5, 10, or 20 animals in the time that you're fostering it. It's also a great experience for the foster parents to just know that they've helped an animal and see the progress, especially for socialization animals that come to them as scared animals that just want to hide in the corner, and by the time they're done with them, jump up in your lap and just want to lick your face and play with you. This dog here is Diana. She came to us from a puppy mill actually just yesterday, so she's still a little nervous. That's why I have her wrapped up in the blanket. When Diana came to us yesterday, we discovered a severe medical issue with her ear. It looks like she has an ear infection that was never treated, which is going to need major surgery to be removed. It does seem to be affecting her hearing somewhat, though she's not completely deaf. She does hear me when I make loud noises, but I have to make extremely loud, high-pitched noises for her to hear me. A lot of times we get animals from puppy mills that have to go to foster care homes, not just because they have a socialization issue, because they have a medical issue. For example, Diana had what was probably a very mild ear infection that, since untreated, caused extreme growths in both of her ears that looked to be extremely painful and causing her issues with her hearing. What's probably going to happen with Diana here is that she's going to be nominated for both our foster care program and our Help Me Heal program. Our Help Me Heal program is for animals like Diana that require a major surgery. We post a story about them on our website, and people donate to help us incur the cost of her surgery. About 90% of our Help Me Heal animals also become foster pets. Since they usually need a surgery, they usually need somewhere to go to recover. So what will happen with Diana here is that over the next couple of days, our vets will examine her, make assessments on her ears, and determine what the best course of action is for her. They'll probably give her some initial treatment, and then come to the foster care department with a nomination form for us to find a foster home for her. So for a dog like Diana here, we want to find a foster parent who understands that she has a medical issue with her ears, but also understands that she came from a puppy mill and is going to need a little bit of socialization as well. It's going to take a very special foster parent with a lot of patience and time to give to get Diana ready to where she needs to be.